Hello, everybody. Oh, we have an echo.
To Let's Get Cooking.
Can everyone hear our echo tonight? We're trying to turn that down. It's on the top.
It's my radio voice.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. We have to echo. Well, once again, welcome to Chef Night. We're excited because I love seafood. So I'm really excited to see us make salmon. I, for some reason, cannot make it like chef can make it, or I can get it in a restaurant. So I'm excited about that. And tell us about our salmon tonight. I know everybody got 4 avocados. Like, that's a lot.
It's a very good fat that you need to incorporate into your diet. Okay. So if you don't like avocados, you should really try them and try to like them.
Okay.
As my mom would say, you don't get up from the table until it's gone. They're fantastic. Not only good for you, but they are good tasting. And they are very versatile to how you get to use them, right?
And we're using them like a couple different ways, which is really exciting too.
We're going to use them in the salad, and we're going to incorporate some of it into the dressing as well. So you get more avocado flavor from the dressing and not just a bite of it when you get a bite of it, right? So that's another piece that we're doing. But again, the salmon tonight, we're going to broil salmon. Broiling salmon is a good way to quick and fast, high heat, seal in all the juices, let it rest. When we broil, we create a crust on the top. That's one thing that we want.
Yep.
We want a crispy crunch factor to our salmon.
Right.
Well, we're going to add some pistachios in there, which adds a little crunch. But again, when we're building dishes, we always want to think about what it's like, texture, flavors, colors, right?
And this one's going to be a colorful one. We've got lots of colors.
There's lots of colors going on.
And I don't think we've ever really used gin before, have we? I mean, it's been a long time. It's been at least a couple of years.
It's been a long time since we used gin, and pairing it with the elderflower, right? So gin traditionally coming from a juniper berry, and the elderflower kind of mending well together. A little bit of cucumber in there. It's going to help make that nice and crisp. The flavor profile really stand out. So
that's exciting. And one of our people on the phone, or I guess on our live, in their kitchen, already made their drink. So share the cocktail with everybody if you want to put it in the group chat so that everybody can see the photo of it, what you've already started. So let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. First and foremost, we want to make sure all our mise en place is in place, right? Everything in its place. We want to make sure that our oven is on. We got it up to 500 degrees. Remember, we're cooking really hot for a short period of time. That is to broil, okay? We got our pan for our salmon because we're going to sear that first. That's always a favorite of mine. These are going to be for our beets and our salmon when we get going. We're not at cocktail hour yet, but we'll get there. Don't worry. And then our dressing. So I know at home a lot of people don't really make their own dressing, but it's all the ingredients that we have in our refrigerator that is that simple to do. If you know the techniques, then the possibilities are endless. So we want to make sure that you can see how easy it is to actually make a dressing.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
You feel like you shouldn't have to make a dressing too, but it's nice that we're able to see that happen.
And again, you don't, right? So you don't. But when you do and you see the difference, I challenge you to make Caesar dressing and buy Caesar dressing and see which one you like. It's one we haven't done it on the show.
We haven't.
It's only 7 ingredients, and when you make it compared to when you buy it is completely different. So,
Plus the anchovies, but
no,
the
the
rest-
anchovies make it, so don't listen, Mrs. I love seafood, okay?
Except for that.
Take that out of there, all right? That's
All
canned
right,
seafood.
I
get it,
know, I
get it.
know.
Get it.
Let's
All right.
roll.
The rest of our mise en place, we have our vegetables. First thing and foremost is we want to make sure everyone has their fresh beet right out of the garden. Do not throw these away. These are going to go into our salad. Beet greens are extremely healthy for you.
Oh, I like that. I typically don't buy a beet or make anything with the beet, so this is gonna be great to see how we use this.
So we're gonna teach you a kitchen hack. Because in order to roast a fresh beet like this, we're talking, it's gonna take a lot of time.
Like an hour, right?
Easily an
longer.
hour, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna fast track it, which is okay, not a big deal. First and foremost, grab your beet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the green tops, okay? Beets are very, very firm, right?
Mhm.
So be careful. We're gonna take the top and the bottom, off, just like this, so we have a flat surface. If you're not very handy with your kitchen utensil, the chef knife, you can take a potato peeler, a vegetable peeler,
Ooh.
take the skin off. But if you're comfortable with your knife skills, then you can just treat it like we're cutting a watermelon or a cantaloupe. And we're just gonna take the skin off. If you were to roast this beet whole, just like this, I would take this beet and I would put it into like a cake pan, so like a deep
Okay.
pan that can go in the oven. A
Okay.
little bit of water, cover it in foil, roast it whole, right? It takes a long time, over an hour to get this done. But then you can just take a paper towel and wipe the skin off. Makes it a little bit easier.
Oh, after
After it's roasted, yeah,
Okay.
so a little kitchen. But since we don't have that time,
We
we're
gotta make it smaller.
gonna put you on the fast track. That's right.
And most people don't want to wait an hour for a beet. I mean, just not.
Your oven's on in the middle of summer that you don't need it to be on for. You can buy freshly steamed beets that are already ready to go for you in the cryo vac. Trader Joe's has them. Just
So
look
then
in-
like frozen?
no, they're fresh.
Oh, they're fresh.
They're fresh.
Okay.
That's what you want, fresh. You can use frozen. Don't use the can, please.
Don't do
If
that.
that's what you're looking for, I'm not gonna shun it. I'm just saying you want the
There's
freshness
options.
of the beet, okay? The beet is exact. There's a lot of nutrition in here
Okay.
and we want to capture all that, right?
Got it. Let's say you do a cold, you serve it cold, it's still cooked though, right?
The beet,
Yeah, the beet.
correct.
So served hot or cold,
Here's an
it's still cooked.
example.
Yeah.
Beth, please try this
No,
for
no
us.
thanks. You want me to really try it?
Yeah, because it's a demonstration. How hard is that?
It's definitely firm.
Is it like a carrot or a lot tougher?
Actually, it's like a carrot.
A little bit, right? Like a carrot?
Mhm.
So could you
I
serve
mean, you
this?
have the flavor. I mean, you have the beet flavor for sure.
Could you serve it like this in the salad? Yes, you could. Are your guests gonna enjoy this? No, they're not, okay? By roasting it, we're gonna extract the sugars, which is gonna help make the beet sweet.
Got it.
Because there's a ton of sugar in beets.
And they're very red. It's like,
Well, there's red and there's gold beets, so there's two different
Okay.
kinds. Actually, there's a watermelon. No, it's not watermelon. It's a candy cane beet is what it is, and it's white and red. It's not as purple like this.
what's the flavor profile? Same?
Similar.
Similar.
This one's gonna be a little sweeter. The candy cane one has almost like a citrusness to it, so like a little citrus note to it. And that one's more for like presentation, right? So
Got it.
when we're making something in this salad would be good. Another one that would be really good in here is watermelon radish.
Ooh,
So not just a regular radish, but a watermelon radish, which has a totally different flavor. It's a lot sweeter and not as spicy as a regular radish.
got it.
So for the fast track, we want to think about how are we going to serve these beets in our salad, right? Since we're going to make it as fast as possible, we're going to go with a small dice, okay? So I'm going to slice this down, just like such. So that way we get some pretty unified slices there.
Mhm.
And then we're going to go into a julienne which would be this cut here. And then we're gonna go into a dice. I'm gonna keep this not a small dice, which would be good. We're gonna go just a little bit bigger, so it's a medium dice. So see the difference in the dimensions there? That would be almost twice the size.
Yeah.
Okay, large dice would be good for this salad, but we want to, for us, we need a little bit more. For you at home, if you want a bigger bite of beet, by all means, cut them a little bit bigger. The process is still the same, except you're gonna flash steam in the microwave for a little bit longer because it'll take longer to cook the bigger dice. So if you're looking for a large dice, because you love beets,
See the hat, the flat steam.
the flash steam, right? What's the flash steam, you say? Well, I'll show you.
Little water in with your beets in the micro.
Little water, and
Okay.
we have to wrap it.
Like wrap the top,
Yep.
saran wrap
Yep.
kind of thing, okay?
We gotta saran wrap the top because we need to steam the
Steam.
beets,
Yep.
right? If we
Makes sense.
don't, put it in the Caribbean steamer, as we call it at work. Because in the shop, we could put anything in there and it'll be just fine. So I have our beets here. We're gonna put. I don't want to submerge totally, but I do want to have enough water in them, right? So you're talking about halfway up, maybe 3/4 of the way up the bowl of your beets, so that way you have that. We're gonna get some plastic wrap on that.
If you can find the end of the plastic wrap. You're a hack for that.
Kitchen nemesis, number 45, plastic
Find
wrap.
the plastic
The
wrap.
plastic wrap is a struggle. Don't get me started with it. If you destroy a foil, just throw it in the trash. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
That is so funny though. There's gotta be someone invented. Cause it always rips and doesn't go right.
Well, and as soon as you get a little nick on the corner, good luck, right? All right, we're gonna go in the Caribbean steamer, as I call it. We're gonna start at let's start at 6 minutes full power, and then we're gonna go from there. Again,
Okay.
we're gonna roast, so we're gonna continue to cook. I don't want them to get mushy. I want them to be fork tender in this process.
But interesting, 6 minutes in the microwave on full power is a lot, so that's interesting. I mean, you have to get through how thick it
How
is.
you're gonna get
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah.
So again, if we start with less, it's easier. Again, we want them to be firm but tender. So when we roast, we get more flavor
Got it.
while still having a tender beet, okay?
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
moving right along, we need to make our dressing. We need to get a handy dandy mixer out. We have a nice little hand mixer. This works perfectly for that. If you don't have one of those, a regular blender works. Even if you just have the wand end to this in a bowl, like anything really such. And you mix, all we're needing to do,
Just mix it.
if you're old school. And you gotta use this, it's possible. Your shoulder might hurt, your forearm might hurt a little bit more, but it can be done, okay? This is just the fast track to getting there. Also, it's gonna be able to emulsify. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a permanent emulsification, which means we're gonna be adding ingredients together to be permanently emulsified. After we let this set, the oil and other liquids will not separate. So there's a temporary, like Italian dressing, some balsamic dressings, and then there's permanent, like Caesar dressing or even ranch dressing. I'm trying to think of another one. Coleslaw, it's still permanent, but so mayonnaise is a permanent emulsification. By using egg yolks and oil, once you blend them together appropriately, it'll always stay that texture until adding heat. Once you add heat and separate the two, that's a chemistry project that I don't want to get into because I don't like it. So old school, it's okay, don't worry.
All right.
Okay, we got an orange, actually, a grapefruit and an orange. We are going to need
Avocado.
an avocado. We're gonna need some honey. red wine vinegar, and our emulsifier. Okay, so this helps bind all the ingredients perfectly. Okay, first things first, we need our zester out. We're going to want to zest our grapefruit. Remember, all we're doing is just taking that outside piece. So turning your fruit with every pass on the zester, so that way we're not getting into any of the white, right? We don't want any of the pith in there. The pith is the whiteness to the citrus. And we want to make sure that we don't get the bitterness in our dressing.
I'm always amazed at how much aroma you get when you zest.
How vibrant.
Vibrant,
right?
yeah, it's
Is
very.
the right word. It's just like, holy cow. We throw this
Who
in the
knew?
trash.
Right,
And this is where all the flavor.
right, well, definitely you can really.
So another little tidbit on health and wellness is the carrot skin is the most nutritious value to the carrot.
Oh, we take it up.
So please wash them, keep the skins on. You're just defeating the purpose of why you're eating. Besides the things. So grapefruit and orange.
I like the two flavors together.
Yeah, because the grapefruit has kind of a bitterness.
Yeah.
And the orange is going to help sweeten it up some, because orange juice is naturally very sweet. And then the avocado is going to add that little
I know,
sweetness
it's
to it
very
as well.
different.
Right?
Yeah, it's
So
a
this-
combination of the two.
This is another one that's going to help emulsify the dressing, so that way it's a permanent. Okay. And we're going to take the juice of these bad chickens. Make sure you press and roll. By doing this process, we are breaking up the segments, which has all the juice in it. So we're tearing apart the flesh
Right.
of the citrus here, so that way we can incorporate it, or it makes it easier to squeeze into whatever it is you're doing. Ooh, look at that. That looks nice. So careful with this one at first.
There's a lot of juice in that.
Mm-hmm. Will you grab the tongs real quick?
One of your other hacks?
One of our other hacks, yes. If you don't have the juicer, show you how you have the juicer. Put it in your tongs. Squeeze. And then all I'm gonna do is move it so I can get more juice out. And look how much easier that was
Yeah, then doing
to
it yourself.
squeeze that, right?
Mhm. Obviously releasing it too makes.
Yeah, by breaking up that flesh.
Yep.
All right, Beth, you wanna grab
Yep,
those beets so we can take a look at that? How are we doing at home? Got any questions out there? No questions? All right, we're moving right along. How's that cocktail? How's that cocktail taste? Yeah.
All right, what do we have here? You wanna
Let's take a,
sample?
yep, if we just open ours up there, try not to open it all the way, just to crack it so we can close it if we have to.
Oh, this is fine. There we go.
Perfect. And like such. Voila, okay? That was 6 minutes,
So is it soft enough?
right on the money. See how
Okay.
tender that is? Look, I'll show you here on the cutting board. Knife. Right in, right?
Okay.
If we were to set it this way, the weight of the knife, cut right through
Right
that.
there.
Still firm enough, so squeeze,
Oh, yeah.
still firm, okay, because we want that, so let that set.
Do I close
You-
it back up?
Nope, you can pull it off, we don't want to cook them any longer.
Anyway, okay.
We
we're
want to
keeping-
stop that
we're
cooking
stopping
time.
it. So check yours, everybody go check yours, make sure that they're the
Fork
right
tender,
fork tender.
fork tender, that's right. Just like your mashed potatoes. You want them to be fork tender before you whip them. Okay. These guys are Yeah, that's fine.
I know, it is hot. Sorry, I
No, you're good.
moved my
You're good.
iPad.
We're gonna need
Avocado.
avocado, yeah. Snag it up. So when we're making dressings and we're doing emulsifications like such, we want to add our oil at slower parts of the pieces, right? So we'll add some, take it out, add some. If you had a RoboCoupe or trying to think of a food processor at home, then you would hopefully have a lid that you would turn it on, let all this blend, and then just slowly drizzle the olive oil into it. Since we have to remove our cap, we're gonna add some blend, add some blend, add some blend. So that way we create the emulsification that we're looking for. So if you could grab us the oil there,
Oh, olive,
Beth.
avocado.
Yeah, avocado, yeah. How we doing? Kitchen hack? Knife?
That's a good
Twist.
one. That one, I do use.
There we go. The other piece to this guy, if you use the tip of the knife and score, it'll run right along the shell, not poking out the back, hopefully. If you're
Okay,
not,
your fingers.
if you're not pressing too hard. But I'm using the skin of the avocado, and then I can take the back of it like a spoon and scoop it out.
That one's an easy one. I learned that one and that one.
It
I
helps.
use it a lot.
It works, right? You can use a spoon and scoop it out, no big deal. Whatever works best for you, whatever you're comfortable with. That's the most important part of cooking is whatever works best for you. I'd say whatever you're comfortable with, but that's why we're here today to learn new things, right?
That might be uncomfortable.
That might be uncomfortable. That's right.
Julie's asking if, are we segmenting the oranges or juicing them?
So we are going to take segments of the orange for the salad. We are juicing an orange for our dressing. So we will take the segments that we get to put into the salad. And the reason we do the segments is so we don't get any pith in it, right? We don't want the bitterness. All you want is the flavor of the orange. That's it. So we're gonna have, all we got in here is the juice and our citrus zest and our avocado. So we're gonna blend this up first. I pulse at first. So that way we get a good breakdown of it. And then you can go on high. Seems like we've got a monsoon situation going on over here.
Well, it's nothing like the big haboob that.
Just happened.
Yeah. So that's good.
So here's an example to show you. See, like a paste almost, right?
Looks like a guacamole.
It does look very citrus guacamole.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
There you
So
go.
if you want to do a citrus guacamole, little pomegranate seeds in here, red onion,
Ooh,
cilantro, delish.
I like that,
It's a
that add-on.
rich,
That
right?
would be great, yes.
So we're gonna do a little bit of mustard. We're gonna do some honey. Little red wine vinegar. And when you're making dressings like this, you want to be very aware of what kind of vinegar you're using, okay? Reason being is, again, to the end of the result.
Right.
Try not to ever use white distilled vinegar for anything but cleaning, please. And to put in your poached egg water, all right? A lot of people like to use it in dressings like this, most of the time in coleslaw dressing. It leaves a very sharp tang in the back of the tongue on the palate that you can't ever get rid of. And that's because of the vinegar. If you swap out to apple cider, red wine, rice wine, white wine vinegar, totally different product. And each one of these you choose is a different result, right? So you get derivatives of it. Will they be similar in tasting? Yes, but not exactly the same as if you use all the different ones. Make sure that's blended well. Still nice and smooth, little baby powder consistency on those. I am, however, gonna take the spoon. And I'm just going to scrape down the sides. Because we want to incorporate all of that, right? If you want your dressing to be chunky, not a big deal. But for me, I want it to be nice and smooth. If I notice any bits here, get those in there. That way we can blend them up.
Is Bragg's a good brand for dressing?
Apple cider vinegar is what you're asking me. Is it a good brand to use? I'm conflicted with that. I've heard some things that it's not a good company to go with, so it depends on how you feel about it. I do know that there are organic apple cider vinegars that's the same, but better because they're using wholesome products to produce the vinegar, as opposed to Bragg's has taken the Walmart approach, very low end products to make the vinegar that they're claiming to be the best, right? If you know that's why it's out and about and all over, it's because it's easier to produce when you're using much garbage, right?
Well, less expensive to produce.
We've learned that. So then we're gonna do this, we're gonna go in 3 different pours here.
Chef, Wendy is asking, is Bragg's a good vinegar to use in dressings or coleslaw?
To rephrase.
Yeah, we just said,
Oh.
I don't recommend it personally, just because of what I know about the company. I don't want to support that. Number 2, I know the garbage that's being put into it. I don't want to put that into my body. So being well aware of health and wellness and what that means to you, if you want to use it, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Try to find another brand. There are unfiltered, certified, organic apple cider vinegars that are out there that are really much better for you. Also, if you're having any acid reflux, little apple cider vinegar in the morning, take care of you, no problem. We have a
another
question.
How much oil are you using?
So I'm using a little bit at a time. What's our recipe call for it, that total amount? Look on our left there. So like that.
A cup, 3/4 of a
What,
cup,
3/4 of a cup? That's a,
3/4.
yeah. I'll put it up. And on desire, so as you see, as we're adding, we have a nice fluid, smooth dressing. I mean, we can taste and see if we want to add there. I want it to be a slight bit thinner. If you like the flavor of it and want it to be thinner than this, without adding more oil, tiny bit of water. That's it. You add any more vinegar, it's gonna be more vinegary.
Right.
If you add any more honey to make it sweeter, any more mustard to give it that, you can add those things if you're looking for that flavor to come out. We're really wanting to capture the avocado with the citrus, is what we're really trying to capture. So let's do, ooh, that's a good consistency.
Oh, yeah.
like you said.
Yeah, more for dressing.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that, we're gonna take a pinch of salt.
Salt's good.
Salt helps enhance the flavor, right? That's the things. And again, I say it every time, I don't have a salt palate, so I'm always like, oh no, that's fine. And other people have a salt palate. So that way they say it needs salt, right? And that's everyone's assumption. How many places have you gone to eat or even have guests at your home and they don't even try the food and the first thing they want to do is put the salt on the food? It's a habit, it's a thing.
It's a habit, and what we want to know that would be a habit if you don't taste it first.
It's a habit. All right, so that guy's done and ready to go.
And I want to shout out to all of our builder reps that joined us tonight. We have 7 people on. We have Pat, Tom, Bree, Louise, Julie, Courtney, and Amy. So thank you guys for joining us. Special guests tonight. So we're excited. And then we have some great friends over at Trilogy that joined us as well. I was in Trilogy all day today, so.
Salad dressing set aside. You don't have to refrigerate this currently,
Okay.
just because what we're doing. If we did refrigerate this, it's gonna thicken it up due to the oil solidifying. Okay, we have a good amount of stuff in there. Again, if it tightens up when you refrigerate, so what you have left over, you throw in the refrigerator and you want to use it again, just let it sit out at room temperature for a little bit. If you need to thin it out some, again, tiny bit of water, little bit at a time, back to the consistency that you need.
Absolutely.
So
Are we
that,
done with these?
those we're done with.
Cleaning it? Got it.
All right. So then, let's get our. We're not gonna need
A little strainer, use the hand.
kitchen hack 405. So our beets are just a simple salt, pepper, oil. That's it. I believe so. Just something.
It
something
doesn't break
simple.
it out. Let's see here. Beets, red onion, shaved. It's not in order, I don't think.
That's okay. No, yeah, this one's pretty straight.
Pepper, salt, pepper toss.
That's it.
Go evenly. Yeah.
Pretty simple. So a little salt, pepper on there. And then a little bit of the oil. That oil real quick, that.
The olive, avocado,
Oh,
this guy?
just put a tiny bit in there. A little tiny more. Perfect. And all we're doing is tossing this around so we can evenly coat, season. We want to make sure that it's not going to stick to our sheet pan, right?
Absolutely.
So then beets can go onto a sheet pan.
Aaron Rosenberg said that it would be really good on some grilled chicken.
The dressing would be good on some grilled chicken. I would recommend brushing it on as you grill it, so it kind of glazes it over.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like a barbecue sauce,
Mhm.
right? So what a healthy version to the same principle. Right?
Right,
Okay, so now,
now we're going.
beets, we're gonna go into the oven with the beets. Reason being is the beets can set aside, not a big deal. And then we're gonna move, let's do our cocktail.
Okay,
And then we'll move into salmon, because salmon's gonna be pretty fast also. Remember, we are at 500 degrees, so we want to be mindful to how long those are gonna take. We're gonna set a timer, I wanna say 6 minutes. For your broil, anyone at home who has the top burner, the closer to your burner or flame, if you're working on gas, the better. That's what you're really wanting to do. That's what's gonna create that char sensation or the crust on the salmon that we look for. So let's grab our ingredients for our cocktail.
we're excited to try ours, but you guys already started.
So we'll need all. That, we're done. Yeah, we're not gonna need it, I just wanna show it.
We're not gonna use this one.
I think we might, for us.
Yeah. We're doing a combination version.
Well, so our picture showed a little bit of pink, okay? You wanna actually notice that. Our photo had a little pink in there. Little grenadine will help out, right? So you wanna get that little bit of infused,
Okay.
right? Little of that. We have some raspberry liqueur. We're gonna put a touch of that in there
Okay.
for us, because again, we're just enhancing the flavor.
So you could use either or?
Either one. It's
Okay.
gonna give you that same type of pretty pink fuchsia color. if I
Okay.
may. So for this one, we are gonna need the gin, mince and garnish, lemon
You want
juice.
juice in that
No, because we have to muddle first.
muddle first? Got
Yeah,
it.
cucumber, that's what it is. This bad guy here.
Now, if you look on the internet, they're saying cucumbers are amazing for you.
They are,
True or false?
they are good for you. Very, very good.
Why, I mean, it's just interesting that it seems to be more prominent right now than. before.
Hydration, number one.
Okay,
So incorporating
so they have a lot of water.
hydrating vegetables into the diet, right? As we go through the day, we might not drink enough water. At the end of the day, we most certainly do not think about any hydrating foods that we put into our body,
Hmm.
right? So the beet, one.
Yeah.
Citrus, number two.
Lemon
Now we're enjoying a cocktail and hydrating.
at the same time.
Defeats the purpose. I don't. I'm not.
I still like it, but I just was curious because everybody's saying ginger,
So
avocado,
they all have their own.
cucumber, lemon.
Yeah, they all have their own distinct municipal purposes.
Okay.
For reasons, right? Cucumber, lemon, so cucumber, lemon, pineapple. It's great for respiratory, it's great for burning fat. If you drink that every morning on an empty stomach, you would start to notice what that's like. If you float in some turmeric and ginger into that, you're gonna speed up the metabolism, which is gonna speed up the fat burning. With your turmeric, you're gonna help with inflammation. So all encompassing 4 ingredients make this little wellness shot, so to speak, or smoothie, if you want to make it into that fashion. This much is all you need.
Mhm.
Yeah, the municipal purposes are so much further along than what people think that they are.
Good, so we're adding a little bit in our little cocktail tonight. For a little fun,
Refreshing flavor. So
Yeah,
let's not
refreshing
forget
flavor.
about that.
because it is hot out there, although today, I mean, it was hot, but it's not as bad as.
Today,
expected.
not so bad, right? And straining.
It works for everything.
It does. So we got the fresh squeezed lemon juice here. We got some cucumbers. that we're gonna muddle in the bottom.
Okay, so you're gonna muddle in the glass.
Yeah, so we keep all the flavor in it.
Okay, I like it.
We're gonna need a tiny bit of simple syrup. Everything, I believe. No, we wanna muddle, so this stuff first.
Okay.
All we're gonna do is break up the cucumber. You can really smell it after you
Yes,
start muddling.
absolutely. We have a timer on our beets
Yep, in my head.
in your head, got it. Okay. How many minutes left?
3.
3, okay, perfect. Just I didn't see a timer and I know we're at 500, so I'm just checking. Elderflower is also good in a mimosa, so mixed with champagne, it's a good mimosa.
It's this nice little note that really enhances your cocktails. So those are ready to go for us. We're gonna go with a teeny tiny bit
Splash of pink.
of pink. Nice these guys.
He said that this is such a fun cocktail.
It is fun.
Henry said, when my wife looks into lemons, I make a mixed drink with vodka and gin. Next time I will add cucumbers to it.
Oh, great.
Amy also said elderflower is good for immunity too.
Immune booster. Right, big time. Especially as we're getting into the cold and flu season coming up in no time. So all I'm doing is I'm tearing these mint leaves. Just so when we stir, we can get a little more of that flavor in there.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, give that a stir.
So in these, there's no seltzer or, I mean, because some of the cocktails we may have a seltzer or something else.
And
We're
you
using all
can,
the juices.
you can put that in there if you're looking for that.
No, I just was.
Yep.
Noting.
Garnish. With the cucumber. If you wanna get super technical and fancy. Drop your mint in there. You're good. We already got some of that mint flavor
Looks
profile in
great.
there.
All right.
So then. a nice
Cheers,
Cucumber
everybody.
Collins. Cheers.
Wow. Yeah.
So
I am
again,
not the typical hard alcohol drinker. Wow. Yeah, I would be the seltzer girl.
float float some seltzer or soda water on there. And
And that
that'll
would be-
mellow that out
Woo.
immediately.
Okay. Am I the only one that thinks that's a little strong? What do you guys think out there? Poll. Yes, too strong or very strong or not strong enough? Let us know your thoughts.
Carrie says cheers to hump day.
Exactly. I
Amy
put
said, no, I like it, LOL, and Sherry says it can never be too strong.
Oh, you guys.
I don't
that's
know, because
awesome.
if you look at Beth's face every time we
It's a
make
lot.
cocktail, she'll tell you if it's too strong.
I do. I like the ones with like champagne in it or something like.
And Rhonda said it's perfect.
Oh, good. Awesome.
It is nice though,
No,
right?
it
So
is-
again, that
Absolutely. Just-
that
I'm not
refreshing,
usually used to that.
that little seltzer to it, right? Is
Really
gonna
nice.
mellow
Mellows
it,
it out.
it'll mellow it out so much.
I love that.
Yeah. All right. Now salmon. Let's pour beets out.
All right, that's the star of the show.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Not there.
No, that's
How do you
okay.
know we're not there? They're just still a little
There's-
firm.
Yeah. We're looking for a little more color.
Right.
So I'm gonna do is give them a little shuffle. So that way they can.
Mix it up a little.
Okay. All right, now. Want to get our pan going here,
Perfect.
nice and hot.
Oh no, Julie said it's not strong enough and we burned our beets.
Oh, no.
Don't burn the beets.
Oh, sir. No, no.
Well, when you work in the kitchen, it's always best to have the tools. Do what you're doing.
It's best to have a little extra flame or
Yeah.
seltzer for the best brighter cocktail.
In Beth's case, a little extra seltzer never hurt anybody, right?
Never hurt anybody.
What do we? Us.
Let's see.
Five,
Oh, it really,
Five-
really tones it down a lot.
totally mellows it,
Love it.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then you get all the same flavor
Same
profile, it
flavor.
doesn't change anything, which is the beauty of it. Need a plate really quick,
Yeah.
excuse me. How we doing at home, everyone?
How are you
Everyone
guys
keeping
keeping
up? We having some questions, concerns?
maybe while you're getting the salmon out, I'll just do a quick little update on kind of what's happening in our market today. One thing, I was in Trilogy today for about most majority of the day, and we're prepping clients, so that's a community that is typically an older profile, not active adult necessarily in all of Trilogy, but what we're finding is preparing and getting ready to go on the market to hit season is a really good idea. And so we were working with 4 clients today to do so. So if you know someone in a community that's getting ready to list, now is a great time to start thinking about fall and maybe even the first of the year. Believe it or not, we are gonna get there just like that. It is just around the corner. And I was thinking today, we only have 3 of these classes left after today for the rest of the year. So we're just getting there close to the end of the year. So anyone you know, if you guys are thinking about listing your home, we're doing a ton of preparation right now, getting ready for trying to beat the market, trying to beat when more people are gonna be listing their homes so we can jump on a little early. And we're using a strategy of coming soon listing. So 30 days prior, we're coming soon. It's not counting against you as days on market. And we're also using this time to do some extra staging to make sure that we look the best, whether it's adding additional plants, cleaning up any of the dead plants that didn't make it through the summer, whatever we can do to make our house look even better. So that's one thing that we're really actively pursuing right now. And the home builders that are on the call today, they all need to hit their numbers by the end of the year, and that's fast approaching. So we're seeing some steep discounts there. If you want to buy something that's in a new construction neighborhood, they're still offering low interest rates and people are taking those deals and we just don't know how long they're going to last. So think about what our opportunities are right now. And if you don't know, we're happy to help guide you through the process, whether you're listing or looking to buy for yourself, your family members, kids, whatever you have that, friends that are looking to do that, just give them our number and we're happy to help them out. And that's all I have for today.
And now back from our commercial break, we're gonna go
We
ahead
have
and take a look
beets.
at our beets.
Did we burn our beef?
No, our beets are
Okay,
good.
perfect.
I'm gonna let them go a little longer, which is fine. Again, you can start to see that we're starting to get a little more color there, right? And that's what we want.
Now, we had one viewer that did burn their beets, probably put them in the same time as us. Maybe their oven could be also running a little hotter.
Correct, or if it's closer to that flame.
Yeah,
Depends if it's
because
gas
ours are kind
or
of,
electric. Yeah, so we're working on a gas stove where the flame is at the bottom of the stove and not at the top.
Okay.
So traditionally, the broil is at the top for gas ovens. In your electric oven, again, it's gonna be at the top, the ring that goes
so
around.
you might want to go
Super
lower.
hot, maybe a little bit lower, yeah.
Got it. So you might move that around, yeah? Perfect.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about when you buy salmon, pre-packaged, sealed, like we bought it this time?
Okay, so
It was frozen, flash frozen maybe?
it's all, yeah, always flash frozen.
Okay,
If you're buying pre-portioned salmon in cryovac packs as such that we got today, as soon as you thaw it, pull it out of the cryovac pack, okay? Excuse me. The reason being is if there is a teeny tiny puncture in that cryovac pack, which means oxygen is getting into it, the longer you let it sit in your refrigerator, the longer you're potentially growing bacteria. Do not do it. It should say on the pack, actually. These ones don't say. But again, if they're pre-portioned cryovac, the moment they're thawed, take them out. You can put them in a Ziploc because you can control that.
no air getting in.
Right, you can control the amount of oxygen that's introduced to the fish, okay? You want to be very, very cautious of that. If they'll sit in a cryovac pack in your refrigerator for 7 days, okay? But if there's that teeny tiny pinhole that's allowing oxygen in there, it's continuously growing bacteria, rapidly growing bacteria. Every second, rapid. That's what's crazy. As soon as that happens, good luck. Might smell okay because you can't see that bacteria you're growing. You might not even be able to taste it. So when you eat it, but then all of a sudden you get really, really sick, that would be because of the bacteria growth. So again, just be very mindful to that, right? It's almost better to try not to run them underwater if possible. You can cold water, run them under there, that's okay. But if you can avoid that, I would recommend it because it's best not to run them underwater. It's best to put them in the refrigerator and let them thaw accordingly. If you're in a pinch, you got to zap it in the microwave under the defrost, that's okay. Lower the power, less time increment so that way you get a better thaw throughout and not cooking the outside while still frozen. Okay? So that's something that we want to do. Okay. Salt, pepper. Since we are big fans of Spiceology, Black Magic,
Oh,
we are gonna put a little more zing into our salmon. And you at home, please do so if you like. If you want regular salmon, no big deal. So what we'll do is we are going to little oil. So this is really hot already.
I can feel it.
I can tell you. I can tell. So our black magic, we're not gonna wanna go crazy, but we are gonna use a little bit, right? Reason being, this is good stuff. And the host likes a little spicy. So.
Yeah, I like the spice.
So again, as you see, it's not too heavy, right? That's about a good coating of it. Go ahead and lay this bad guy down. And then I'm gonna continue to season the other pieces. Not getting too crazy, but enough. We're not too hard on the sears, you see. But we are hard enough. As you can see, there's a nice sear there, right? So now I'm gonna cut my heat on my pan. I'm gonna flip all these pieces of salmon over. We're gonna go directly into the oven. Put that in. Voila. Beets are coming out. Got some good roast going on there. No, we'll just go right in here.
Oh, you're the whole thing, gotcha. Oh, I love that.
We're gonna go 6 minutes on this. Why is today the 6 minute number?
It is a 6 minute day.
It's just the way it works sometimes. Okay, while that's going, we're gonna get our salad prepared.
I love a nice light dinner, so I love that we're doing this one.
Well, again, at the end of the day, I mean, sure, beef stroganoff is good sometimes, but after you've been out in the sun all day, good
We're
luck.
just tired, it's
Just
hot,
it's
you're hot.
draining. Good luck. So we're gonna need a large bowl. So.
Okay.
We're gonna need. Our goat cheese. Mixed greens. We're gonna rinse our beet greens. I'll take these stems off. We don't want those in there.
Any questions? Any questions in the chat box? You guys have any questions?
Just trying to get off.
Show us some pictures, how you're doing so
Yep,
far.
the access water from there. We're gonna do something a little different. We're just gonna shift and nod this.
Shift and nod.
That's where you roll it up and then you cut it thinly like such. So it creates long strands. Traditionally, you would see this with basil,
Yep.
the chiffonade of basil.
Chef Henry's asking if you mentioned what kind of salmon it is. I think it's Alaskan from Costco.
It is just, it's Alaskan salmon. Yeah, I wasn't not sure. Doesn't say on there.
Yeah, that's what I.
King salmon if you can afford it. Not exactly the cheapest, but it tastes delicious. Well, any salmon will do.
Farm raised Atlantic.
Atlantic salmon. So now we have the radicchio. We're gonna kind of do the same thing with this.
I like that because it gives it in small, like kind of elongated pieces, which.
It's just different, right?
Mhm.
Well, just hack them in half, make them a little smaller. Into our salad there. Then for our grapefruit. Ooh, let's take a peek. Just because I can hear them. Okay, what we're looking for is any of the fat. See the fat on the bottom of the pan there?
Yeah.
You can see here, it's still pretty raw. Any fat that's popping out on the top, that's when pull them out. They're done. Okay, so for the segments, right, this one's a little tricky. If you can't use a chef knife, that's okay. A smaller knife is fine. Again, like the beet, we're gonna want to take the top and the bottom off. We're gonna want to carve around. We're gonna want to take all that pith off. So if we get a good one, then we can just continue to take our knife and guide it around like this. So that way we're taking off all that bitterness is what we're trying to achieve here. Oh my goodness, can you smell that?
Oh, it
grapefruit?
smells delicious. We got a good group of grapefruit with this,
With this batch.
So again, you're gonna do the same thing with the orange. If you can try to clean some of this up, sure. Once we start taking out the segments, it's a little easier. So this is where it gets a little more difficult. If you have a smaller knife, it might work a little bit better. But all you're gonna do is you see the pith here, right? All you're gonna do is take your knife and cut down that, and then you're gonna go to the other side and cut down that, and then voila, you got your segment. So as you start taking segments out, it's gonna get a little trickier. Anything like this, take off like that. Again, all we're getting is just the segment.
that's pretty tricky.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can say I have those knife skills.
So some using a smaller knife works a little bit easier.
Okay, good point.
For me,
You're just used.
I
to it,
use the
obviously.
chef knife for everything. It is my utility knife, my tool of choice. What's our timer on?
You are good. You were down to the last 14, 20 seconds, so you're good. It's gonna be beeping in a minute, or seconds, literally.
So cut our oven off.
Cut it off,
Yep.
turn it off, you mean?
Turn it off. We're gonna cut our oven power because we're still segmenting our grapefruit, which is fine. But we don't want to overcook the salmon. Voila, there's our timer.
Yep. I would have to say Steve is that way too. He's always like, what's my time? Going off in like 3 seconds. How do you know that?
It's,
You have a sense.
it's because we know what can get done in 6 minutes, or 3 or 5 or 15. So
Sure.
then that's what then becomes the guide to go, okay. I mean,
Exactly.
whenever you're in a cooking competition, and there's 6 minutes left on the board,
You have to know what you can.
you gotta know what you can accomplish, yeah. You gotta know what you gotta cut out of the business to get there. First segments. Salmon is gonna be golden, so I wanna pop that out here in just a second. So again, this is a little tedious part. If you don't mind the bitterness of the pith, by all means, keep it on there. I grew up eating oranges, so for me, it's not too big of a deal, but it's gonna make a difference in the dish. You can buy these already done also. The grapefruit segments,
Are they as good?
they are not. The reason being
They're not fresh.
is they're fresh,
But they're not.
all of the preserves that are added.
Right, keep it
Oh.
fresh. So, got it.
All right, let's pop this out. Mhm. There we go.
Look, delicious.
See the fat, any of that white, that fat coming out? That's what we're looking for. We're gonna let that do its thing right there. Continue cooking. Alright, now, we're gonna need some shave some onions. So for these grapefruit segments, since they are large, I'm gonna break them down a little bit. So that way we can incorporate them into the salad more, right?
Absolutely.
So the reason I keep all these separate is so that way you can build a salad, especially when you're feeding more than 2 people. Even if you're feeding 2 people, it's better to build a salad, everything not just in a bowl and mix. If you ever notice, you put cucumber, tomato, it always
to the
ends up
bottom.
to the bottom, right? Because it weighs more than the lettuce does. So what I do is I just put anything that's in there that can be incorporated nicely without having to worry about that. And then I build the salads individually, right?
Which is very smart.
So with our onion, we're gonna want to do a fine julienne, which means we're gonna want to take off the top and the bottom. We're gonna want to remove this piece to it, the layers
Sherry is asking, can you do anything with the peels?
of the citrus. Boil them in water, make some tea. Delicious. Throw them in your garbage disposal, baking soda, a little bit of ice, cleans your garbage disposal. Done. Was that helpful? So with these guys, we want to keep these as thin as possible. Because I'm only wanting a shave on it. Just like that. See how fine those are?
Mhm. I like the shave versus the chunks.
Me too. It's just, I can't really eat onions, so to me, it's golden. Okay. So this, Beth, if you would like to. Grab our tongs and do a toss of that.
With these tongs?
Yep, that's fine. Yep. Or the wrong side. That's okay. Avocado choice. One that's not so firm. Way around, twist it off, knife, quick little stab. This one's firm.
Yeah, you can tell by the color.
Wendy said, we build our salads as we eat them. I use individual bowls like a salad bar.
And that's a great way to do it, right? So I like to keep the ingredients separate also. So that way we can build the salad accordingly. So that way everyone can get the same amount of ingredients roughly in their salad as everybody else. So that,
What do you think, a scooch more?
you're right. I think just a little bit more. And again, this portion is just the design, right? This is just to incorporate some of that, so you're not just getting plain greens.
Right. Just enough to coat the whole bowl.
And that's it. And then you can add more when you're done.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for the avocado, I'm just dicing. And then we'll scoop those out when we need. Now, we're ready to build. Grab all of our mise en place.
You want a plate?
If you
You want a bowl?
no, let's do the bowl. Yeah.
I think so. We always build the bowl.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Mhm.
I think it's just a lot better.
Yes, we use those really as our plates.
So again, I want a good amount of lettuce, not too much, not too little. And it's probably a good salad. And I want to put some of our grapefruit down. Some of that actually. We're
Put
gonna,
those down a little bit?
we're gonna half these guys, yep, just so that it kind of matches the grapefruit there. That. Citrus portion, looks good, looks good. Take our avocado. Drop this in there, accordingly. Just kind of a little bit around. Then we're gonna need pistachios. Little punch back there. Go wrong with those guys. A little bit of cheese. This goat cheese, nice creamy. It's gonna help add a lot of depth to this salad. Then we're gonna go with our beets. Little beets on there.
It's just, I mean, surprising how, I mean, it just looks so great and so refreshing. And then we're gonna have some salmon, it's just delicious.
Yeah, so this works great. You can do chicken, you can do shrimp with it. And kind of any white fish would work fine as well. So then your desired piece of salmon. Since we know this is Beth's favorite.
Then he says that the salad looks beautiful.
Our dressing. So this is where you get to.
I'm so excited.
How to develop a little height there. Such. And then that would be our
Amazing.
roasted beet and goat cheese salad
Wonderful.
with our broiled salmon.
That looks amazing. Who's gonna put some photos in the chat box so everyone can see? Oh, next month. We're going Mexican? Enchilada?
Yeah, this was,
Chicken enchilada
we're gonna do a chicken enchilada.
and refried beans.
We're gonna do a little spin to it,
Okay,
with some roasted poblanos, so add a little
Oh.
texture, a little bit of heat to that.
lovely,
We will make our own enchilada sauce, so be prepared. And
nice.
Rosarita will not be joining us in this adventure. We will be making our own refried beans. I won't make you pull the crock pot out and pick the beans in for all day. I won't do that to you. But I'll
Awesome.
teach you a way that you can make your own refried beans in the comfort of your own kitchen that are gonna be better than those. Hands down, delicious.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we are super excited that you guys all joined us tonight. Enjoy a great dinner and thank you again for joining and being part of our cooking show.
Thank
And
you
thank
so
you,
much,
Chef.
everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And again, join in next month for Let's Get Cooking.
All right, have a great night. Thank you.